Um, Here, let me not make a gross display of.
I got to open it.
Should I?
Yes. You might want to share. You might not.
Ooh. Biscotti. Want some? At least you have a coffee. So you get me coffee.
You didn't text me to get you coffee.
It's my birthday, you should know.
I would have done it.
Now, therefore, you don't get biscotti.
I think you should blame it on the president.
You think so?
Did you stop by the goat or the sheep? I mean, but I'll remember who you are. Good morning. How are you doing?
Goodies.
All right.
Thank you. I'm going to play later. This is my first one alone, you know. I read, you know, I was all miserable. And then I see this thing. Eli's starting. I'm like, yes, it's my birthday. So good. And he could say what he wants to say, but we went to overtime.
Okay.
Was that his last game ever, do you think?
No, I think
You're going to let him play at home?
Jones will be out with his ankle again.
They said 2 to 4.
He'll have another game or two.
What?
That's good.
I texted Ann, but she didn't have me respond. She's not in the car. She is.
It's tough traffic this morning.
And there's no way to add her.
No, you can't reverse engineer that.
You can.
No.
You
You can't conference her into the conference.
You can put somebody on a cell phone and put them on a mic.
Yeah, we had trouble last time. I wouldn't mess with it.
Wait for everybody else, Mark.
I don't believe so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got enough? Yeah. 5. We have Pintabone on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Frank?
All right, good morning. Welcome to the Northampton County General Purpose Authority meeting for Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. Mark, take roll.
Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Ms. Vargo Hefner?
Here.
Mr. Derdinger?
Here.
Mr. Donchez?
Here.
Mr. Pintbone?
The phone dropped
Right.
out.
Hello?
There you
Say
go.
here.
There he is. Thanks.
I'm here.
He's here.
Ms. Baum? Expected? And Mr. Kraft?
Present.
Solicitor Freund?
Yes, I'm here.
And staff for DCD, Director Tina Smith, Mark Hartney, and Sarah Ortiz.
Thank you, Mark. All right, approval of minutes for the last meeting.
Make a motion for approval.
Thank you, Kenny. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Charles. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. There is nobody here for public comment. So treasurer's report.
Morning.
Ron, morning.
You should have in front of you the report for November 30th year to date. The first page there, you see the General Purpose Authority balance sheet. We have total cash and cash equivalent assets of 1.1 million, receivables of 432,000, which gives us a fund balance of 1,280,000 and change. And then we have the line of credit note payable for 350,000. And on the bottom there, you'll see, and we'll come back to this, but our year-to-date net gain, which is the balance sheet or the income statement on page 2, does show a loss of 16,407, and then our new fund balance is going to be the 1,262,643.35. If you go to page 2, you'll see our actual income statement year-to-date as of November 30th. On the top lines there, if you go to the third column, which is the actual year-to-date, we have total revenues through the period of 798,477.52. Going down to the expenditure lines, you'll see we have total expenditures of 814,885.42, and that's what does give us our year-to-date net loss at this point is 16,407.99. And you can see most of those expenditures are what we have expected. some of the legal services at $211,000 are probably obviously higher than we anticipated at the beginning of the year. That's probably the only significant change on the income statement. And then on the next page, we have our capital projects balance sheet and budget and the actual income statement and the revenues in, which are our P3 project revenues at $2.4 million. And then you'll see the offsetting expenses of the same amount, which gives us the net zero for the year to date. Any questions?
No, not at all.
Motion to
Accept?
accept.
Thank you, Lori. Second? Thank you. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right. Invoices for payment.
In your packet is a list of invoices for payment totaling $107,313.95. You have $5,426.83 from King Spry. Watt Teeter is $46,635. NJ Advanced Media, $145.60. That was for the advertising of our schedule next year. A $40,000 grant to the KIZ and Bedco, which was approved earlier this year. And the reimbursement for Northampton County DCD for our administrative services agreement. And then Civitas Regio, which is the Glendon Hotel architect or engineer, for $1,080.
All right, thank you, Mark. I need a motion to accept, please.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Ken.
Second.
Thank you, Charles. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And 4.3 is invoices paid to date. And Mark, that's just information along with it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, it is now 8:23. We need an executive session to discuss some legal matters.
If I could make a suggestion.
Sure, Joe.
Is Mr. Pinabone still online?
Yes.
There's no action needed based on the information that I have. If you want to move the executive session to the end, that would allow Mr. Pinabone allow him to stay with the meeting.
Okay.
I'm fine with that, John. All right, Mark, so we're not going into executive session
But we need to.
at the end. All right, P3 Bridge Project, Benish update from Greg.
I had a conversation with him yesterday as there has been no physical changes or nothing has been done in this period from our last meeting till this. As you see, most of it says no update, and it's pretty much the same information as it was last month. So rather than paying for him to come here to tell us that, I just did it.
That works.
Thanks for the update, Charles.
No update.
Sad but true.
Yeah.
No update for the update?
Apparently,
Just to that extent, so you know, there was a state P3 board meeting last week, and the state will be ushering in a new Secretary of Transportation. She is both aware and sympathetic to our plight, so hopefully the help, aid, and assistance we've received from them to date will continue.
thank you, Charles. GPA Insurance, Mark.
In your packet from our insurance broker is a summary of some insurance quotes. If you turn to page 3 in that summary, there is a summary page. And if you look at the premium summary, our existing or expiring agreement is $125,556, and that is a self-insured retention policy where we retain $100,000 of liability on any claims made. And because it's a self-insured, you'll also see that there's a line that says TPA, that's for a third-party administrator, who would handle any claims made against that. The advantage of having that self-insured retainage is that you have a little bit more control over what claims get paid out. So if somebody made a claim and we thought it was frivolous and we wanted to fight it, we would have that ability under the self-insured retainage. To date, we have had 0 claims, and I believe we've had this insurance policy for at least 2 years, if not 3.
So $45,000 for something that we've never needed.
Correct.
Excellent.
So they went back and got a quote from them to continue coverage. The premium, the general liability premium went up a little bit. The public officials, that's a separate carrier, that went up a little bit as well. But we were able to get the third-party administrator to come down on their costs. So overall, there was a slight reduction of closely $1,000, keeping essentially the same insurance that we have now. They went out and solicited quotes from Euclid, and the difference here is instead of a self-insured retainage, this is your standard deductible, very similar to like your car insurance. And with this, we saw some significant reductions in costs. So for a $50,000 deductible, your total premiums for all the different insurances are $96,419. Or if you went with an even lower deductible of $25,000, you're at about $106,842 with your premiums. So looking at all of that, the other thing to point out, the total aggregate coverage was $1 million and $2 million under the current plan. This bumps it up to $3 million, $1 million and $3 million under the deductible. So you're getting more coverage with the deductible. So with all of that in mind, our recommendation to you is to approve the $50,000 deductible plan, which is the lowest cost. We feel like that's a good compromise. Before you would be on the hook for $100,000. Now you're reducing that to $50,000 if there were any such claims, and it really the big savings is in the third-party administrator.
Right.
But overall, you know, you're going to wind up saving about $30,000 a year from what we're paying now.
I'm comfortable going from self-insured model to the deductible. Any thoughts?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
when was
I
the
am
last
as
time we
well.
had a claim?
Never.
Okay. I'm feeling much better now.
All right, I need a motion to, what do you want to call it, Euclid 1? Or what
I'd
do
say
you want to call
to
it?
Euclid.
approve the insurance proposal with the $50,000
deductible.
deductible from Euclid.
I need a motion to approve the insurance with the $50,000 deductible.
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Ron.
Second.
Thank you, Lori. Any questions on that motion? All right, seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mark. 8.0, CIT bond issuance.
We were approached by bond counsel for the Career Institute of Technology to do a bank qualified tax exempt bond issuance. Because we're coming up at the end of the year, we still have some cap allocation left. And so the purpose of the funds would be to basically just refinance debt. We do have a representative from CIT here to explain the project if you want.
Absolutely. Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Steve Burr, Business Manager of CIT. We basically were using the interest rates at the time to refinance our 2014 bond issue. Every 5 years, you're able to look at it, and we were able to get a favorable rate at about 2.1%, which for us would yield about $234,000 in savings, which we are going to use in the years 1 and 2 to set aside to implement a new programs for CIT, which we just talked about this week. Our motion's on our agenda in 2 days from now, on Thursday night, to do that. And that's basically, we haven't designated what kind of program it is. We have designated about a half dozen of what could be the newest and most state-of-the-art new programs for our students. So with that, I'm not sure what other questions you may have, but we really wanted to reinvest back into the program that we have for the sending schools.
And I'm sorry, the present interest rate that you're paying?
Well, the present rate with the bond issue was all over the place for the next 9 years. So
Okay,
you know how the
what-
bonds go. It's at 1 year, it's 3, then it's 2.8, and so forth. This one is just fixed 2.1 because we actually didn't go with a bond issue. We went with the bank refinance.
Right. I think I would do that every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Hey, anybody have any questions?
No, it's good.
Thank you for coming in, Steve.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Anything else on that, Mark?
No, we're going to be closing, we need to close before the end of the year.
Sure.
So I think we have a target date of December 27th. You can do your signing routine after the meeting. We'll give you carpal tunnel. Yeah, no, this is a great little project, and this will net about $20,000 in fees for us.
It's also a good cause. It really is, to reinvest in education, so it really is. All right, how many whereases do we have to read?
But actually, I think
Motion?
just the
motion?
motion to approve the resolution.
How many whereas?
All right, I need a motion to approve this bond issuance.
So moved.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Kenny. Any questions on that motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. All right, new business. Staff report?
Just a quick update on the Glendon Hotel. We met last month with the borough, and they have encouraged us to apply for a zoning variance. One of the sticking points in that was whenever we actually apply, if we were going to acquire the second parcel, we needed to do that. If you recall, last month you gave us the ability to enter into a purchase option. That has not materialized, and so we are going to move forward with applying for just the one parcel.
Have they come to an agreement on their willingness to let us?
This will force that
Issue.
process. It's really whether or not they're going to be able to give us the zoning relief that we require. And once we have that, then we can go farther down the due diligence rabbit hole.
Anything else under new business? All right, thank you, Mark. As we're approaching the end of the meeting, John, should we go into executive session?
I'd recommend that we adjourn and then go into the,
So it's really not executive session.
what's that?
You want to adjourn, then get executive session, and come back?
That's an executive session. Unless you want to come back here.
Don't you have to say
No.
what you went for?
No, we can say, I could say what it'd be an executive session for purpose of discussing the current matters with the P3 project.
All right, well stated, John.
We don't need to come back. You can adjourn and then have it.
All right.
It's you.
Motion for adjournment. All right, thank you, Kenny.
Second.
All right. All right, executive session.
I take my phone, I guess not. Should I hang up? Bye, Frank.
Take care, Frank.
See you, Frank.
Thank you, have a good day.
You too.
So how did your Frank into there, your thing go? Looked like it was pretty successful.
I could have water though, right? Hey, how's there any inquiries about Aggregate expanding?
Yes.
Are they asking us to bring it up?
So